Now that President Biden has officially dropped out of the race, there are a few things that don't quite add up about the weeks and minutes leading up to his historic decision. Biden posted a letter on X Sunday declaring his intention to exit the race, saying that while it was initially his intention to seek re-election, he believed, quote, "it is in the best interest of his party and the country not to do so." And while the letter doesn't say that he dropped out due to pressure from his party due to concerns about his age and the fallout over his disastrous performance during the June 27th debate, it's reasonable to assume that this is precisely why.
We finally beat Medicare.
As for why the 81-year-old Biden held out so long and didn't drop out earlier, it could simply be because he required a bit of convincing, and his COVID-19 diagnosis on July 17th surely didn't help matters. It took more than 3 weeks following the debate for President Biden to concede that he ought to drop out of the presidential race from June 27th to July 21st. While 3+ weeks isn't exactly a lot of time to make such a weighty, life-altering decision, some outlets were asking the very next day after the debate why Biden hadn't stepped down already.
When you get knocked down, you get back up.
Though there are no official statements explaining why Biden didn't step down earlier, it stands to reason that the closeness to the November 5th general presidential election has something to do with the delay, as well as the need to hurry. Biden was going to be announced as the official Democratic Party presidential candidate at the Democratic National Convention, which runs from August 19th to the 22nd. This means that on one hand, Biden had a limited time to make his decision to drop out, especially considering the need to endorse and prop up another candidate. It also means that because the DNC is fast approaching, it was already late in the process for the Democratic Party to swap candidates. In the end, for better or for worse, Biden waited a bit. In his dropout letter, Biden thanked Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner. He did not, however, immediately name her as his preferred successor. The conspicuous absence of an endorsement briefly caused a panic among political commentators who thought that the race was now wide open in an unprecedented way.
There are significant questions about what this process looks like moving forward.
But emotions were quickly calmed when about a half hour later the president followed up with a separate post endorsing his VP run in his stead. Now, it's not exactly sketchy or weird for President Biden to not announce who he would endorse right off the bat. After all, it's easy to see how his announcement letter on X has one purpose, and an endorsement of a successor has another purpose, and so the two announcements were made separately. Biden's official endorsement of Vice President Harris came 27 minutes later, also on X. He wrote, "Today I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year." And yet, in our modern news cycle, a half hour can be a long time. The Washington Post even published a post-Biden dropout pre-Harris endorsement list of potential picks for the DNC's presidential nomination in that very narrow window of time, which is still viable since the official Democratic presidential candidate won't be chosen until the DNC in August. It's possible that if Biden endorsed Harris at the same time as when he made his dropout announcement, he might have saved the public some confusion, while also strengthening the party's case for Harris as POTUS.